These were some of the best highlights from the Rumble stage of LPL Summer 2024 matchup between JDG and LGD.
They had started the Drake with Meteor warded over the wall, and it means Kanavi backs away. LGD grouping as a 3, clearing all of those wards away. But JDG don't want to let it go without a fight either. We've got a bit of a 3v3 on our hands here, as missing has to be the engage tool. Yagao's moving over, Jinzhao goes in, Kanavi looking for the 50-50 on the smites as Missing gets onto Jinzhao, but the flash comes through. The smite goes the way of LGD, but Jinzhao will fall, maybe more for JDG as they hunt for a little bit more. Xiaoya forced to flash, and Ruler is going to arcade shift over the wall to try and chase for more. He's got his own flash,
No!
Oh, but he flubs it. Face planted. Kanavi wants to punish that fact as he starts this red buff off, but guess what? We've got another scrap on our hands as the supports have arrived. There will be no clean objective take this game as Kanavi wants to try and smite it, gets the red buff. Yagao moving over, Strangled Fawns come on down, the CC chain is there. Jinzhao might be in trouble, but here comes Xiaoya to clean up these kills. Health bars ticking down, Ruler arrives to protect his jungler, and now he's stepping forward as Yagao is still behind enemy lines. Xiaoya will fall, Jinzhao will fall, but it's traded as Kanavi went down as well. Oh, the rocket max range finishes off a bonus.
I think JDG heard us talking smack about them in their early games.
In the meantime, though, Drake will be taken by JDG. So one Drake apiece. Coming out of the early game then, as we head towards that 14-minute mark, that all-important end of the platings.
Them to get that gold as well. Again, this is another thing we've been seeing a lot more of the LPL recently. You get all of that tower gold into your Gao. We said, hey,
we've seen the craziest stuff that I don't feel there are many Zoes in the world that can do some of the
those grubs to use. And Sheer uses that demolish on the last wave. They get the great poke out on Shy. He uses the ult for wave clear, and they're using another ult for wave clear right now, and neither of them have worked. What were you saying? Dragon started by LGD, and they are the ones which have the better terrain right now, but they don't have the better stats.
Sheer engaged upon Jinzhao, trying to be that frontliner. Xiaoya moves around to rejoin his team. JDG definitely won this fight. Haichao chunked already to half HP. 4K on the Dragon. I think it might just be a 50-50 again, but Meteor, I don't know if he can walk forwards for this one. He can get flicked forwards by Sheer instead as the Drake goes down to JDG. Pyroclasm gets some damage, but Strangled Thorns denies the follow-up. Birdall into the back line, but he cannot do enough. 2 for 1, and now LGD in full retreat, but I don't think JDG are gonna let them go. Ruler finds another, and Xiaoya slides his way to 5-man siege scenario. We're only 20 minutes into the game. It's not often you see this kind of, oh my lord!
What?
Rocket and a true shot barrage. Xiaoya is
go over here. LGD have to respond.
It's like Meteor, he knows that Zyra can do this. Well, there's not a lot he can do about the fact that Zyra can do this. Baron's going to be gone as the TPs come on through 2K on the objective. Jinzhao gets in, and unfortunately, that's all he'll be able to do. He drops after the Baron falls. Birdall trying to threaten a little bit, dives towards the backline, but Yagao flashes away from him. And suddenly, Birdall is stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's a double for Sheer as JDG continue to roll this game. I was a little bit nervous that today we start in Beijing and the other 2 series will be in Shanghai. I thought, oh, we may fall behind schedule. That would be rough. I don't think with JDG in this form we're falling behind schedule today. My goodness. 10,000 gold up at 24 minutes. Jinzhao has to be the one to face check, but he regrets it immediately as Ruler just continues to completely win everything and then into the enemy team. Ruler, what are you doing?
Huh? Dude! What? Why would you do that? It just feels like the
I love how it was like completely whiffed the WQ, completely whiffed the ult, and then an E into the enemy team. It was like
beyond this series, and we will forget largely about the results besides extra things with that. People will remember him missing that play. They won't necessarily remember these destruction team fights.
Yeah, I mean, Meteor's gone again. Pyroclasm came out, didn't do too much. As JDG.
The worst thing about watching a game like this as, you know, a fan of LGD or someone judging their potential or whatever is that when you are this far behind in the game, there realistically is no good play. You have to make difficult plays. Shearers has gone into the enemy team. Huh?
JDG? This one's a freebie, lads. All you have to do is
manage to clean up, you know, a couple of kills, get some shutdowns, potentially get some objective bounties like this. They should not have been anywhere close to these objectives at this point.
Kanavi forced to flash away. A big one just annihilates Xiaoya's health bar. As Baron is spawning on the map. Drake's up in a minute as well. And I've realized where this all went wrong for JDG, actually. As Sheer is going to try and find a solo kill onto Birdall. And find it he will. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for Sheer off in that side lane. He's had an impressive year for himself. Remember, this guy's pretty new still. This missing goes in. Jinjiao should fall. Sheer tanking up that culling for his team. As Ruler now gets his opportunity to E forwards towards the enemy. This time it's good though. And Xiaoya sent packing. Haichao trying to survive alongside him. As Ruler looks to 2v1 the enemy AD carries. Good E forwards once again. He's going to hold.
Oh, because we didn't think there would be assault. We thought the game would be over by now. It should have been over about 5 minutes ago. LGD, get an objective back.
9,000 gold down, or I guess actually 8,000 gold down, plus this tower going down. Maybe 7,000 gold down. Okay.
Yeah, man. You know how new he is to the scene. He has been playing out a lot of these individual plays really, really solidly.
Bottom inhib opened up, Baron push going strong for JDG, and after all of that, Birdle is still pushing in the top side. He's TPing to rejoin his team, but the Nexus Tower's already gone down. Jin Zhao is chunked. Birdle on a flank. Can he find the miracle play? He sort of needs to at this point as JDG open up an inhib, but decide that is enough for them. The flank from Birdle is enough of a threat for them to back away, but no. With the minion wave arriving and Birdle backing off to the mid lane, they suddenly see another angle. Birdle has to return to the play as a Hex flash towards them from missing, but doesn't commit to anything. Ruler just chunking the Nexus Tower. In goes Birdle. The whole team turns straight onto him, but Ruler might go down first. Birdle falls and Ruler survives. True shot onto Haichao is missing, soaking up damage from the team, but the Pyroclasm is huge and the carry's still going strong. JDG sent away and LGD keep themselves alive. Blast Cone, the only reason Ruler survives.
JDG, they have maybe had a little bit too much fun in this game, and they were the team that was struggling in early game. But you know what? Really solid are those mid to late game team fights. What's happened to that? Why are we flipping that now? It feels like that is not what we came to expect. Not switcheroo. Look, they have great range advantage. They have great poke. LGD have defender's advantage because they can go back to base and heal up, but still JDG should be able to chip down what's left of this base. It is a lot slower than it should have been. This game should have been over at about 27, 28 minutes. It's lasted longer than that. Look at the poke though. JDG, that should be 3 inhibs now.
Yagao's rockets this game have been absurd. The amount of damage those big ones have been doing. I am fully expecting Yagao to be topping the damage chart coming out of this one with how some of these rockets have been hitting, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Ruler's been hitting some Qs as well. 3 inhibs down. Even with JDG making a couple of mistakes, I don't think it'll matter with 3 inhibs. Jin Zhao goes in, but Birdle is not there fast enough to follow up. Pyroclasm does some damage and Ruler is low. Birdle goes back in, but he falls in the end and missing is on the backline with Kanavi. Triple for Kanavi as they look to Meteor as well. And after all of that, Kanavi 5,500 gold up individually. He's looking to an MVP, 18-9, a 35-minute win. It wasn't clean, but it was fun to watch.
JDG take the first Nexus in the
Be locked in. It'll be the Rel in the end, so a little bit more standard coming out, but a very good combo nonetheless. You know, Magnet Storm with the face call. You can just be thrown into.
It's not enough to just be a niddle. You need to be aggressive. You need to get kill participation. Meteor has been uncontested in his first clear. He's had this winning bot lane actually, and he might be able to leverage off of it.
Flash all in the bottom side, and that's a kill onto missing. Beautifully done as the burn will finish the job. Meteor grabs himself first blood. In the meantime, Kanavi's chunked, but Drake almost done already as Kanavi tries to move in. Maybe can find a long-range spear, but didn't have any vision. It will be smart. I think Meteor can just start this one off as JDG are going to try and face check.
So, one thing that could happen, Ruler on the Misfortune does have a lot of move speed. He's going to be hit first.
I mean, Yagao has so much damage and denying the crash down with the Buster shot as well. Nicely done, Yagao. He can't quite finish it.
So close, Sheer just gets himself that footwork shield from the E. Birdle very, very close to showing exactly why this is one of his preferred champions. Meteor getting missing on court again.
Yeah, cancelled the recall, and that'll be a rend. That'll be Xiaoya grabbing himself a kill. Nicely done here in the bot side by LGD. His bot side chickens are up, as opposed to his top side chickens. I don't know. I guess Nidalee sees both chickens as hers. Jin Zhao trying to contest vision here. LGD have started this strike off. JDG toying with the idea of a contest, but it doesn't feel like the positioning's great. Birdle's here too. Yagao immediately going to be denied the escape by Birdle, and that's 2 for LGD on top of the Drake.
Birdle roams down on Birdle, makes a difference. He struggled in that first game on the Camille. The Poppy has been something he's found a lot
of in Italy, but these fights are working out for LGD. This Kalista ahead as well for Xiaoya. This LGD now grouping up in the mid lane. Are we just going to have a fight in the mid lane for these second grubs here? Hai Chao going to be caught by the depth charge. Yagao sent backwards, as is Ruler, but Jin Chao can't finish anything off here. Bullet time still available, and everybody's grouped up for it. Everybody backs away though. LGD surviving the early damage.
I felt like more than one person was going to die there, but Shaya gets pounced on by Kanavi. Kanavi trying to save the backside of that fight. Thing is, LGD still survive with enough people to stand in top river. Meteor can just throw his entire basic combos at the grubs which have spawned to hopefully get a whole host of them. JDG trying to stop that from happening. They're trying to get control of mid lane. Yagao not that high HP though, quite hard for them to fight.
I mean, Missing is still not a part of this play. He's just about to arrive as Sheer actually gets one of the grubs. Jin Chao X flashes backwards to start the fight, but JDG just take him down. That's going to be Ruler grabbing a grub as well. Anyone but the junglers as Meteor forced away by Sheer. Birdo will be flicked back in and surely goes down at this point. Ruler has the damage, or does he? Yagao flashes forward for another. The bomb on Haichao said, okay, he noticed. Doesn't kill his own teammate there, but Birdo still low. Kanavi looking to flank at this point as Meteor goes wild on the Pillar of Flame. JDG still chasing for more. The spear, dodged the hook, dodged, Missing, can't find his mark, and Meteor walks away.
How the heck did JDG manage to do that, huh? They walk away with 4 grubs at the end of that. They walk away with a set of kills available, but it means that you don't get as much crit. You really want that Lord Doms, and you can't double stack anymore. So it's kind of like a, well, it's just the best item you can get. If you could still double stack them, yeah, that'd be so powerful.
Unfortunately, Ruler not going to believe in Yagao enough to sacrifice his own doms. Missing goes in. Jin Chao happy to tank that hook though as Sheer's TP'd. Every single objective will be a 5v5 this game. It's just the way it's going to be. JDG don't want to let the third Drake go. And it might just be a 50-50 here as Jin Chao starts the fight. Drake's still going. Kanavi trying to get in for the smite. Jin Chao goes down and Sheer flashes out the other side. Bullet time comes in. Drake goes to JDG. They find a kill and they find the objective.
Anti-synergy from LGD. As soon as Jin Chao goes in, Birdle's punching them away, so the engage really doesn't work out. And what did we just say? JDG, they have that Herald, they have the 4 grubs. They can destroy these towers so easy.
In the meantime, it's like, okay, you guys fight over the control ward spot. We'll just take a tier 2 in the mid lane.
I think what they're doing is saying, look, if we hold them here, we can push elsewhere. They are looking for the fight.
They actually get a kill. They find the 3v3. JDG just send LGD packing at the bottom side. Ruler's behind them, and he's got bullet time. Oh god, this is a disaster for LGD. Okay, TP comes through from Birdle to deny the potential dive. Oh my goodness, that felt scary for a moment.
Okay, I'm trying to rationalize this. That W max, which is close to doing your max at second, you get so much passive move speed, you can move to around the map really quickly.
Way back in the day when like Loken was the AD carry.
Yeah.
They was kind of the Yagao and Kanavi show. It was just Kanavi was the big carry, and I feel like the roles have changed somewhat. Not that Kanavi never goes for these carries, but that Yagao has stepped up to do a little bit more of the carrying, a little bit less of the facilitating. River and an important Drake soul point for them in a series where they have been able to contest JDG to some extent, but still have fallen behind. Birdle gets his ult denied by Sheer, but they just go straight onto Drake. Kanavi over the wall, and he finds it, of course! He finds it, it's Kanavi, flashes out of the play as well as Jin Chao dies on the other side. Kanavi goes back in, perhaps too deep on that one, and falls. Bullet time forces them into a corner here. Ruler has to carry though, as the rest of JDG has fallen down. Sheer onto the backline, looking for Birdle at this point, as Ruler looks for a little bit more. Double already, turns it into the triple. 2v2 left on the map, but JDG got the Drake. Complete vision control of this top side. Start the Baron off. Missing and Sheer look to play bouncers here. Deny entry for Meteor, for Birdle, for Jin Chao. Sheer gonna do exactly that as Baron is down to 3k. It will be smited away just about in time as Birdall now managed to knock one away, but he might just answer with his own life. That's top laner for top laner. No, Birdall survives. He gets out of there. Meteor now chunked as he looks to follow up onto this fight. Bullet time doesn't really find its mark. Fate's call pulls one to safety. LGD is still going strong in the fight as Ruler gets knocked up and LGD flip it back onto its head. LGD with 2 off the back of the Baron play, but Kanavi gets Meteor. What on earth are these fights, Nymera?
It's so split because JDG managed to get that because the buckler shield, the bullet time's not getting that much value because it's split. LGD managed to just find their way through the cracks. Clubbing for bullet time.
Keeping our eyes on Ruler, but also Xiaoya is definitely at the point where Kalista can do massive damage in these scraps. Jinjiao is chunked and Yagao's actually found Xiaoya off on the side. The bomb ticking on his head, but Jinjiao finds the engage, flashes in, and that's Yagao gone. Xiaoya will be traded by Sheer, who does manage to answer the play. Birdall in the meantime going down, as is Jinjiao, and suddenly JDG, after their mid laner is picked, find an opportunity. Sheer is a miracle worker in this one, as Meteor left alone and will fall. JDG 4v1 as Hai Zhao is finished off with a snipe from Kanavi. He's entering the Olympics with javelins like that. JDG, break open the base.
And if you want to know why Kanavi gets the Nidalee pass, he just had a 5,000 damage Nidalee team fight with basically 0 setup, hitting javelin after javelin. And LGD, filled full of spears, will see themselves at the back end of a 0-2.
Just like that, JDG, who needs a Drake? They end the game 14-12 in 28 minutes. Not as clean as the first game, although the first game wasn't that clean. Not that clean of a season.
These were some of the best highlights from the Rumble stage of LPL Summer 2024 matchup between EDG and oh my god.
That is how you assert dominance. The mind games were really strong that day.
Yeah, I want to say it was Cutie Pie, but it might have been Scara. One of the big boys anyway, as EDG make a play onto the top side, and Harry, and he's got flash, he is going to use it, and then sidesteps away from the knock-up. He does go down in the end. Not sure flash was necessary.
I don't know.
To threaten enough onto Cryan to force these waves in the mid lane as well. Does set up. Leave for some.
I don't think we're going to see a contest. Maybe. Well, look, I'd love to talk about Arcade at some point, but let's make sure there's not a fight first. Jet does have ult. Are we doing Safari League of Legends? Are we just watching him take it? Going over to steal the last one.
Okay, but the spike comes through from JJ anyway. PP God with a hook onto the backline, leave the target here as Wing tries to get the charms out, and PP God falls. Solo kill, looking for more. Doesn't flash over the wall though. I thought
Back
he was
kill
going
on the top side. They don't, again, want to try their luck with the Nautilus hook, Nautilus ult, and then Vi also following up.
Drake does go the way of OMG. Enough threat. As Tianjin, at this point, JJ wishing he could build Will of the Ancients, and then it'd be a true tank coming out.
Harry's not using his ult to clear the wave either, and something like that, and suddenly Cryan's got a lot of gold.
The game would be third for OMG. If Tianjin can steal this one, could just have a fight for it as well. Angel moving over, that's a TP quite deep from
that's a
Solo
TP.
Kill here.
Oh,
but
no.
the hook hits the wall instead from PP God. Colin comes in, and it is EDG to get the Drake. Here comes the slighting maelstrom on 4 members of EDG. Harry gets his moment, but is the follow-up good? Tianjin got onto JJ on the back line, but it's only a 1-for-1. All on his own. There's not many minions, but I don't think it's going to matter with the Grubs coming in, or Mike's, sorry, coming in as well.
They just did their own thing with them. They did quite well for it.
Do you know, you can see the resemblances, definitely. I thought that at the time, that Tyranids and Zerg were, like, very close to IP infringement.
Tianjin wants to fight. Let's go!
Down from Tianjin, JJ the target, and he survives once more. The depth charge used after the fact, as well as solo kill now enters the fray, but it's a little bit too
someone
late.
like that going forward. He's protecting his carry so well, and what did we say? Once JJ gets to the 2 HP, we've had so many changes. It feels like a lot of them are meant to be just kind of like well, let's flip a coin and see if it changes something for the roster. Bringing in someone like Tianjin, yes, you have those obvious upsides of that one trip. You can see that he's really struggling alongside the team to pull the trigger. They might have to do so now. Baron's going down.
Tianjin, can he find the smite? He's going to get into the pier. 2k on the Baron. They continue,
Oh!
and he gets it. Tianjin redemption here as he gets the ult onto the byline as well. And Harry arrives! The moment is nigh for OMG! Baron plus kills, Leaf dives in, but he goes 1v4 and he's taken down.
OMG, just as we're saying, oh, maybe the roster swaps, they don't matter too much. It's still the same problems with the same organization. They get themselves the moment to break open this game. The Baron steal, the kills afterwards, 4 people dead from EDG, courtesy of Leave, packaging himself into OMG's backline. And OMG can absolutely explode into the lead.
We made the fundamental mistake of believing that EDG wouldn't throw the game. And they 50-50 the Baron. Tianjin grabs it and then gets the ult on the backline. And then Harry gets his hero moment. That slice of Maelstrom. I mean, phenomenal across.
So, EDG, they have to play from behind the game for the first time. Tianjin doesn't have that Seekers yet. That is such an important item. And yes, that's going to be an ult onto him. He's just going to explode.
Decisions coming through. OMG. They flip a switch and they are fully in charge now. Tianjin happy to lead that charge too, as OMG look for a tier 2 at the bottom side.
Yeah, that's what happens when the Brand doesn't have the stasis. By the way, you get absolutely popped.
I love this Kennen pick as well alongside the Vi. Like, the Vi sets up for the single target engage. Cryin actually is in big trouble on the bot side. Oh, PP God hits yet another wall. It's not going to matter though, as it will be Angel to finish off a kill and now start.
Seekers now, but is it too late? The damage might already be done. Towers are falling. They don't have Cryin on the map, and OMG might have just swung a death blow in this game.
I cannot believe OMG are back in this one. Very PP setting up these engages, and then Angel and Starry just able to sweep these kills up. You see both of them flawless KDA on this one. Playing from the brush here. True Shot Barrage goes through. Culling is there as well. EDG so chunked, and Harry has a Mega Blast Cone to get into the action once more, but he just dies. He doesn't even get to use his ultimate, and EDG, they've somehow, I don't understand.
Particles, OMG, they're retreating. This is going to be Dragon available, teleporting back in.
They waited in the brush. Angel dives over to try and get damage in. Cryin TP solo kill behind enemy lines as well. And that's going to be Angel eradicated. Solo kill walks away with his life. And EDG, they'll look towards the Drake. That'll be their 3rd in a row.
Vision.
Celestial opposition procced from Wink here. Baron down to half HP. Harry looks for the chance. Has the rocket belt, has the flash, has the flank. 3k on the Baron as the fight starts. Cryin the target, and Harry gets into the backline, but he doesn't quite have the damage to finish the job. Finally gets one, but it's 3v3 now. And suddenly we reset to even once more.
It's going to be another Baron start for OMG. Harry is spotted. No unseen flank. No flash this time either. Does he have a blast cone? That might help him find his own flank. Baron's down.
Hero so far, and the quickness comes on through. Cryin trying to follow up on his support, but Tianjin now dives into the mix himself. Gets the combo onto Leave, but Leave has Zonias of his own as Harry is being 1v1 by solo kill. EDG might just have found their angle in the end. Angel trying to carry the fight, finds one, but that's a hell of a W from Leave, and the Rockets are following up from Cryin as well. Starry and PP God on the wrong side of the map in no man's land, trying to escape. The Prey Seeker finds its prey once more. Leave looking to chase them down through the jungle here. Steps forward, PP God with a hook. Starry trying to find the 1v1, but goes down. Solo kill for Leave onto the Ezreal as EDG barrel towards the Nexus.
I think both these teams are missing teeth. I think they got bloody noses, but I think EDG just about stay on their feet. They were in control of the game. They threw it back and have had to wrestle it back from the hands of OMG, taking away all of the Baron buffs, taking the soul, taking this bot lane out in a turret, and getting themselves really back in. Zonias for EDG. This is why the gold is a bit decorative right now. I think these items massively change the game. They burn so quickly.
EDG have just got this for free, haven't they? Tianjin over the wall. Can he find the flash smite once again? It's going to be another 50-50, and it's another win for Tianjin. He's caught though. He's overcommitted, and he flashes back out. That was just a Q into the pit, and somehow he lives on. Elder is spawning 15 seconds. He's got to reset.
But Tianjin's killed 2 more Barons than he's killed people. He's just about doesn't steal that blue buff, but EDG, despite giving up Baron, have the better position.
This is going to be Elder Dragon for EDG right now as Angel dives in with a Blasco right into the middle of the mix, but there's no smite here. Elder taking solo kill, just buys time for his team. PP God burning, JJ will go down. No way. OMG looking to win a fight against Elder Dragon. Leave and Cryin have to carry. They've got Elder, but they're forced away.
How do OMG manage it in somehow in what the 4v5 around the Elder? They managed to find an isolated pick onto solo kill in the front line. Jeje's Sonya's was not good enough. It happens after he has taken all the damage. Now OMG, despite facing up against the Elder buff, are currently 4v2. The damage is there from EDG, but can they get it down? They might actually end up losing the game because the Baron minions are still there from OMG.
League's damage is absurd at this point. OMG could try and end the game, potentially. Cryan chunked. League flashes away from the hook from PP God. He hits a wall once more as Cryan underneath the tower. Harry gets his moment, and Leave is exactly what EDG will do. OMG finish the game in style and take number 1.
EDG exit stage left.
Play denial on this Poppy.
You can also play it really for dominant laning phase if you manage to get brush control and you get that kind of angle just
Angel,
next to...
kind of the MVP of OMG across the course of this year, and he's looking to continue that kind of performance here today.
Throw wall, stun, good damage, stops him dashing out, and that is one dead bird.
I mean, he's dead before
Actually, because Malzahar can't defend himself early. The fact that you got that kill in bot lane means that PP God can move to mid lane. He's standing on mid lane, which means that Cryan can't get access to even getting the wave clear here. See, that Angel is just trying to make sure that suddenly his minions die for free. It's forcing EDG to bring reinforcements.
He is on 32 CS against 54 right now. It's not been a good start, has it? JJ just going to take a shield to the face with a bit of a hammer to the face as well. PP God knows how diplomacy works around here.
Yeah, I feel like that's not good. Of the things I want in my face, those are not things I feel like it is good for like my bonus structure. Level 6 hits!
Oh my god, the damage is there. Cryan just removed. His ult does nothing. EDG.
About that too. It's a little bit difficult when you don't have those grubs, the extra damage over time buff on it. EDG are going to get that. It's going to be at the cost of second dragon for OMG. So it's going to be 3 grubs apiece, 2 dragons over to OMG, and it's on a Chemtech Rift. We need to see how important the Chemtech was last game. PP God looking to contest this.
A lot of pings out from OMG. The TP behind enemy lines coming out from solo kill. PP God goes down. OMG full retreat here. Or are they? Harry looks like he still wants to go in for this one. That's 2 groups by EDG as OMG continue to look.
Close that gold gap by giving Cryan the local Dolphin Tower. A little strange that the game go for Jeje too, but unless he stayed around that tower, they wouldn't have got that kill on the tower. He needed to be there for the damage. So now suddenly Cryan does get himself a little bit of the gold in pocket, and this was the worry about the Malzahar. It's good what they did in the early game in regards to shutting down in terms of the CS he had. It needs to continue beyond that point. Once Malzahar gets to 2-3 items, very, very hard to play around that champion if he's not part of that initial engage. He has flash, he has ult. If he spots him here, there's going to be a dead Renekton.
Oh, Harry just gets locked up. Not a lot you can do about that one. Doesn't even get to Dominus, and that is why you pick the Malzahar right there. Could be a tier 2 in the bottom side for EDG.
Yeah, they just sent 4 people towards the Renekton. That's a 4-man dive on the bottom side turret. It's going to be good damage in one thing to say. More gold onto the Malzahar. There is a Herald, which has been rammed into the walls. They won't get the first charge, but still, they'll get mid-turret all the same. OMG respond in 2 lanes. They will maybe get more gold out of the entire cross map.
I think EDG similarly want to deny it. TNJ going to move over towards the Drake here. It's going to reset for the time being. EDG looking for the engage.
Okay, Cryan has that ult back up, came up as we were talking about it, so they can play around that again. OMG, they can't over-engage into the Malzahar. Very, very hard to survive someone getting ulted in that front line. Dragon going down, but a poke coming through from EDG.
Good true shot barrage, and Starry continuously hitting these abilities. Looking towards the engage from Wink. It's going to be a pick looking towards the side of OMG, but now OMG turn the fight back around. Solo kill on the front line, but OMG just don't have the damage to finish anybody off. EDG find the pick onto PP God and turn towards the Dragon. Oh, Tianchen, he's done this before, but he won't be able to find it this time. He went in way too early, and now Drake at 2,000. Harry dives into the mix, and suddenly Drake goes down to EDG. EDG looking for the fight as well as they find one over the wall. Tianchen trying to escape. Leave dives forward. JJ to follow, but JJ is one shot. Now Leave has to be the one to carry, but Starry keeps hitting these Qs, and Angel has items. A second true shot barrage for the fight as Angel flashes towards the enemy, but goes down himself, and solo kill finishes off another. OMG throw the fight away. Now
it's still going.
Action as PP God takes solo solo kill. It's absolute carnage on the Rift. And OMG, they're not even done just yet. Wink has a blast code. I'm pretty sure he's out.
PP God has this. So, potentially EDG looking for another big Malzahar flash
Harry.
play at some point, and they're going onto the side lane now.
Leave on the flank. Not necessarily the greatest flanker, but it's enough to herd Harry away. Solo kill and TJ are here. No opportunity for Harry to get anything except for a bot lane tower. Harry is actually going to commit with the demolish and grabs himself a tower.
Splitting the map like this too is that you just have to feel like EDG are much better designing their composition to force plays right now. 2 items plus the boots on Cryan really easy to do that, but now it's OMG forcing.
Chance onto JJ in the jungle here. Tianjin starting that one off. Starry has got plenty of damage to follow it up. Solo kill now. Tries to save his jungler. Ends up chained himself. But luckily, he's on Cassante, so impossible.
Wait, what? Baron's up. Hang on, are we just going to get a Baron start after this point? There's no smite, and we saw plenty of Baron throws on the other side. OMG,
no.
Yep, they killed the enemy jungler. It is just past 20 minutes. EDG must look for the fight in a 4v5.
JJ is not going to survive social media after this series, is he? Picked right as Baron comes up onto the map, and OMG have to start at EDG looking for the 4v5 right here. They've got to find a miracle fight. PP got the target once more. He goes down, but that's so much use. EDG trying to kite back. The health bar's still going somehow. Solo kill falls as the True Shot Barrage slides between the targets, and EDG, they've pulled the fight off.
Lord, there are lots of rounds. We're getting to the point where we're limping away from the ring each time. Dragon starting up, Cryan. No flash, JJ, no flash. Lots of the playmaking tools not there from EDG, but is the damage there from OMG?
I think EDG are just going to finish this Drake though before OMG really move in. OMG just watch it go down, and doesn't even look like they're really going to commit to finding a fight either. True Shot Mirage going to come on through. It's damage onto solo kill, but I mean that is a Cassante. Maybe
National So he's going to have his own poke. So before that, I was thinking, okay, maybe OMG, they can play around the poke. Look at the damage coming from LeBlanc. That's nice. You have the Ezreal, but leave if he starts hitting W's. Maybe match it back. He's losing it out for now, though. Now he's so low HP. This might be the fight OMG are looking for.
TP from Harry as well as they try and dive in, but his Tianjins go down instead. Wink sets up so much. Harry needs to get in the fight, but he's just realized it's doomed. 2 kills for EDG, and they move towards the big purple worm. Can OMG hold on?
Oh, this is going to be so hard. Maybe Starry can find himself a shooting gallery, land those Ezreal Qs, but it is getting burnt down. They don't have that much time to land this decent poke.
Oh god, they're so healthy as well. EDG, this one should be in the bag. Baron will be taken, and OMG sent packing. Maybe can find a little bit more as Angel is caught. That's a 5!
Walk around areas of the map. They have the flash and Malzahar on after all this time, and they start the dragon. It'll be immediately going down. Sole point of the EDG.
Pretty on.
And you just get to send again the Gribblies forward to make sure that there's extra turret shots to be tanked as well. Baron buff helping them. Mid tower very easily taken EDG. This is very, very strong moment for them because now they get to walk into the enemy jungle much more easily. They haven't really been able to do that in this game, but with the flash, Malzahar ultimate, plays become so much more easy to make.
Flash forwards and in dives everybody. Cryan survives! He walks away with his life. The True Shot Barrage. Gonna be a false shot barrage on this one. EDG 2 for 0.
Oh, it's a bit of Pyrite instead of gold. Fool's gold as OMG try and take down Cryan, and he survives on single-digit HP. Felt like it. Couldn't quite get themselves that slap back at EDG with the rest of the Baron buff. Only 10 seconds of it left. Won't even be stalled out by the inhib turret. They'll take 2 extra turrets from beyond what I thought they'd be capable of doing to get themselves a significant gold lead now from where it was before.
Bit of desperation from OMG trying to pushing that advantage further after that lane.
The problem here is that OMG, their play is to force them with a LeBlanc and
unit, as they should, because second OMG sees someone separated, they've got plenty of big potential of their own. EDG actually may be looking for a fight in the mid lane, not going to allow OMG to contend with.
Oh, JJ!
JJ starts it onto Starry. Gorgeous engage from the EDG jungler, a foot to the face, and it will be the final breath here for OMG as EDG charge down that mid lane. JJ, phenomenal stuff. After 2 Barons are stolen from him in game number 1, he finds the game-winning kick for EDG here in game number 2. It's not quite over just yet, though. They've got to take down these Nexus towers. PP God and Harry doing their best to stem the tide. But Wink charges back into the fray. PP God sent away, and that will be curtains. OMG taken down in game 2 as Leave looks for 2 more on the fountain. EDG pushes to 3.
Who else? They can wait to play around some swirl seeds, which can be really, really powerful later on and threaten the enemy team into retreating and kind of get their front line into position to block. It's not led to a huge CS lead, but it has led to push. Problem is, EDG also lost that bot lane, so it's much easier for OMG to play around that bot side of the map. The hook lands, and this time JJ almost combos up into that. Doesn't get the kill.
Coming into game 3 here, it was like, okay, take it easy. Let's wait until we've got absolutely guaranteed plays. This doesn't feel like a guaranteed play, but it does feel like a play that could work, although Tianjin takes 2 totals. No! Oh, God, Tianjin!
Tianjin doesn't pull the up.
Level 7, this is not a fight that Starry really wants to take. He wants to get this wave, but it could be a dive angle for the side of EDG. But Wink face checks into the brush and goes down before the dive can ever come through. The Pyroclasm, though, and Tianjin might go down instead as Leave grabs himself a kill off the back of it. The sleep is too little, and it's too late.
Leave rides over the wall to safety. You often look to use your ultimate as an auto reset. So what he tries to do is try and get himself into that fight. We don't even get to see the end of the play. Another fight.
Death charge onto Starry, but PP God. We saw his flash used in the previous play. That's another kill for Leave. Leave is getting real strong as Harry forced away as well. That's EDG grabbing a Drake. Engine forced underneath this tower right here. Bit of burn coming on through. PP God's here. EDG surely can't dive this.
It depends how much CC lands. You do have that brand with so much damage. Starry's here, though. It is a, what, 4v4?
Just dives in. Magnus Storm across everyone. Leave has to carry this one. Cleanses as Tianjin dives across the team. And Starry dives into the backline. Crying on the front side as Starry might just be able to finish him. There's the auto. 1v1 between the AD carries. Who's better? Plasma comes out on top. And Starry makes his name in the series.
The fact that Angel walks out from this alive too, and Starry gets the Plasma at the end, it makes this insult to injury. As Starry picks up so much gold.
Harry at least will grab a tower in the bottom. So Harry is 2,500 gold up on Dark.
Oh yeah.
That is a big
people. I think EDG needs to be really, really careful in the next few minutes, because if they look for like a split map state and the swirl seed hits someone and the sleep comes through, Kai'Sa will jump on and kill them as well. Very easy for OMG to catch up people on their own. Solo kill cannot be left alone defending turrets. He can't wave clear. EDG, you can't leave this Cassandra. He's not going to be able to save your turret.
Beam shine and planets sparkle. Right now it feels like the stars are sparkling for them. Starry, the one with a good chunk of their lead.
Safety car. Put ourselves a red flag up for that one. And we'll see whether we can get this race back on track soon enough. Finding the bot side potential.
Oh, PP God finds the engage, and there goes Starry to follow it up. There's one onto JJ already, and I mean,
leveled yet. If you get to the second rank of that ultimate, it becomes so much larger range. Can follow up from such a longer distance. OMG, they stop the dragon stacking. Gold. They get this Harry that has all the side lane gold for OMG. So, you know, they chose to put Harry ahead instead of Angel. I think that's fine. Angel's still getting gold towards their items on a quicker power point than Angel. Already at that Muramana. He has a 40 CS lead, 2,500 gold. That is beyond me. Solo kill. I think Solo kill might die here, by the way. He is very pushed up.
Solo kill or solo death? Only time will tell. The dock comes on down, and that will lead to a sleep. Angel ready to follow up with the combo as well. And solo kill, unfortunately for him, will just go down. Tianjin grabs that kill. Tianjin refusing to let Angel have any leads in this. He win mid-prio and use it immediately. They tagged up this tier 2 earlier, so EDG rewarded.
The Nautilus went on to the backline. Celestial opposition gone. PP God on an engage angle.
Blast code available for him. Will get spotted and pushed away. Celestial opposition gone. That's a knock-in towards Harry, but he's about to turn mega. Actually jumped the wrong direction, but I don't think it matters. OMG got the damage to start things off. 3v3 now as Tianjin in the middle of everyone, but he survives anyway. He walks away with his life, and Starry takes over while everyone's distracted. He flies into the back line and shuts them down. OMG find an ace.
They had so many leads to work around, and they have just exploded this game. At the time of asking, OMG, this should be the play which really should put them to a win. It's hard to say it in this series, but that's like this to stabilize within this group. OMG, they win this to go to 2-0. That puts them in pretty good standings here. And
crucial. AP Kai'Sa with Infernal Soul. No, thank you. That sounds horrendous. Don't want to play against that. Swirlseed goes wide with the TP behind enemy lines as PP God sets it all up. Harry arrives turns and slams him into the wall. That's EDG eliminated in this series as Cryan sent Packet over the wall. No! Turns it around, gets one for himself. Revenge for the laning phase, but it's still OMG out on top.
I don't think it's going to save that much. 4 members alive from OMG and Starry alive. OMG full wave behind them, walking in towards the Nexus. EDG, they might have seen this series slip away from them.
This Kaiser from Starry has been gorgeous. 10-0-2 as they finish this one out. Cryan trying to buy some time for his team. The Zonya's going to be used as Cryan does find another one, and actually Cryan has kept the game, this series, alive for EDG. That soul point for EDG on an Infernal Soul.
So they get something from nothing. They lose themselves a clean team fight. Angel probably feels himself a little too much. He wasn't the one getting the side lane goal. Cryan was. Baron now started. EDG trying to turn the screws.
EDG might have overdone it though. Angel gets a chunk, dodges the hook. Solo kill tanking this whole time, so he's down to half HP already. Misses the Q3 though. And leave. Tanked a bit of Baron damage. Tanked a Void Seeker potentially as Angel's looking for JJ. Oh no, the jungler in so much trouble for EDG, and Angel practically solo kills him. Wink tried to save his jungler, so he goes down as well. And Cryan's heroic efforts are for naught. OMG moved to the mid.
Starry has that W reset. What's he going to try and do? He's going to try and stop the recalls. So much damage with that ultimate available as well. Angel going back, going to teleport back in. Only one Nexus turret. It feels like it is all over, except for the Cryan. He stopped it last time, but I don't think he can again.
TP onto the minion. Solo kill goes in as Starry finds revenge for the defense. A double solo kill to finish the game, and an unbelievable MVP.
These were some of the best highlights from the Rumble stage of LPL Summer 2024 matchup between BLG and Top Esports.
It's time for game one. Oh, right off the bat, we're in trouble here. 369 slowed by the Ashe. The center slow to respond, but 369 pulled in after the flash, and first blood for Knight. You couldn't ask for more for BLG.
Jace goes down, Jace loses flash, and in the snowballing match of the top lane, BLG on the first play on the map.
Elkanon continue to push in. Shun now revisiting this bottom lane. They know Tien just recalled and the spear hits onto Mako. The dive is underway. Mako with a double knock, but the root comes through as well. Top Esports outplay. On goes down 1-for-1. Jagular flashes to safety, but it's answered by Shun, who grabs a double on the Cougar.
I think they're pretty happy to use that to leverage into a soul condition as well if they can stack up multiple early dragons.
Feels like a fantastic start for BLG. 1,000 gold lead, they got that first strike. Oh,
Arrow!
A spear from across the map, an arrow from Elk into the heart of 369. Bin, he has his 1v1. It's not really a 1v1, as actually knocked away from Tien's ultimate. And flashes for an easy kill. Bin making him look daft in the top side. Dashes under tower. This first punch, and it has sent Top Esports spinning for the time being.
I think so much of that has come from this Ashe. The level 1, the hawk shots, the arrows, the ability to push the lane.
Already, Mako has the call of the Forge God. On will be that target. Look at the CC chain! Mako and Jackie Love make a mockery of BLG.
Just talking about, oh, this Ashe can really stick around and contest for that.
Feels tough for being up in that top side as the Croc in a 2v1. And like you say, Tien there alongside Jackie Love. I was going to say should set up for grubs, but instead they're setting up for a dive in his top lane. Tien happy to tank this one. Bin dashes back under, bit of sustain there, but the damage is too much. And it's 369 to grab the kill as Shun arrives to get the wave. Wasn't sure if he'd gone too far there. Does hit a spear onto 369.
Really helping by roaming up early, using that center. I mean, even when center has 0 items, you're still a ranged AD carry with a decent amount of burst early. You can really start to threaten.
Oh, the horn combo comes through from Mako. Doesn't find the W in the midst, and suddenly Elk walking away, but the flash to finish the job. Mako is 1 auto from a solo kill onto the enemy AD carry.
Mako gives himself a celebratory barrier. Bin trying to even the score.
369 in trouble on, and Shun moving in, nowhere to go on this one. The Ignite comes in, and Shun will finish the job as On tanks the tower. Nearly stepped back under the tower there, but they're okay. 369 falls. Cream TP's up. No, sorry, Mako TP's up to the top side to catch this wave.
He does it all. He uses the barrier, gets the teleport after, goes back hard mode. If they don't get themselves much more of an advantage, if they use this Herald to break open a big turret, that might be it, but they might have to fight for it.
7k on that Herald, and the arrow goes in onto Creep. The flash for the handshake, but the wall of soldiers blocks it, and then Aram charges through the ranks. BLG knocked asunder by Mako as Elk will fall as well. It's beautiful answer from Top Esports, and now Knight in trouble. 369, the old solo laners up against each other. Once brothers, but no longer, says Knight, as he finds the kill onto his old teammate. Bin now trying to escape from Jackie Love and Mako, who look for more. It's an absolute scrap on the Rift.
Knight showing that he can't just only move in L's like a chess piece. He hands one to 369 with love from JDG to BLG. Tien's going to stop and take this top lane turret, but he might have just overstayed. Bin can absolutely lock him in place for Shun.
Tien has stayed far too long for this one. The stun will come through, but he doesn't have any real damage to speak of. And with 3 players, Tien will fall. That will finally be the Herald for BLG. 3 grubs apiece, 1 Drake apiece.
On this matchup, so he's going to be just taking some damage without that. Top Esports
play.
choosing to give up the Dragon Spawn, but maybe looking to shut down Bin instead. Mako can cast the ults.
No flash up for Bin either. He's just used his slice. Won't get a dice out of this one. Call of the Forge God finds the knock-up. That's the brittle proc into the W. Into 369, grabbing himself a kill. Knight will answer with a tier 1. The Drake will go down for BLG as well. The Top Esports happy to trade elsewhere.
Yeah, so I think BLG, they get themselves an important dragon. It's a Mountain Rift as well, if they can get themselves a mountain.
Wants to finish this tower, might just be able to. Bin can threaten him, but 369 knows how confident he is, knows he can challenge the 1v1 with Tien on that side of the map. He was happy to step up. One tier of a scrap over that crowd there. 2 items now picked up by Elk as well. So this Ashe starting to get to that stage in the game. Call of the Forge got flashed by On, but it hits onto Shun, and the rest of the CC chain lands onto On regardless. Another kill for Cream.
Wonderful patience from Tien, showing what the Sejuani can do. Now you're at that kind of 2-item spot. BLG, they might look for a bit of a flank here. There's no On, they would be looking for a 4v5, and here's the arrow.
Arrow from Elk as they dive onto the backside. You said you wanted something from Knight. There it is. Another kill onto 369. Jackie caught by the croc, and BLG now kiting backwards as Bin tanks for the team. Cream doesn't have the damage to finish anymore.
Well, there you go. Knight gets the ult onto the backline, and BLG managed to walk away with something. Cream manages to just about save the rest of his team with a shuffle and a tower. That was well needed at that point, but BLG showing something, and it's past 20 minutes. They are going for a Baron rush. They're going for the double TP. BLG turning on the afterburners.
Tien in the area, Mako in the area. No Call of the Forge God available though for Top Esports. That's their big engage tool. Tien just has to pray for a miracle. Could be a 50-50 as Mako gets a double knockup, but Knight goes in, just starts to threaten as the rest of the team goes onto the Baron. Hostile takeover is massive, and it's a kill onto Mako. TP comes through from 369 to join the action, but the Baron goes down. BLG in the pit as 5-1 falls as Shun chases Tien over the wall. 369 trying to find revenge, but he finds
no way!
Crin pulled back in, gets 1, gets 2, and here comes Jackie to finish the job. The snipe for the slow as Cream looks for a third, but Elk takes him down. And suddenly 1-for-1 on the backside of the fight. Knight now trying to escape, will do so. It's so, well, you know that they were scrimming leading up to internationals. 7,000 damage from Cream in the last fight? That is absurd. A third Drake though for BLG, that's sole point for them, but in trade for what? Because Top Esports have pushed down the mid lane and nearly taken an in-hit tower.
They don't take it fully though, so BLG, they'll be able to rally behind their mid lane and get themselves there. BLG do have that Baron buff on Cream, who is sat there wave cling, which means that they couldn't push any harder. Top Esports, they are getting to the point where they can start the death ball now, and they've gone to Cream, gone to Knight.
Knight, this is not the time to be caught out. This is not the series to be caught out. A huge pick for Top Esports. I don't think there's much they can find off the back of it, luckily for BLG.
The thing with that is, though, that's the last Baron buff. BLG, they just lost their last Baron buff there. Knight ends up dying just in his own jungle. Not really sure what he was looking for there. Top Esports, they have reached the point in the game where they can deathball. This was the danger point for BLG. Do they have the lead to last this out? Well, it's only 1,000 gold lead. They are, however, on soul sins that scale with difficulty, with skill. They don't necessarily do less damage, but it's harder to get there. Big damage from 369. We were talking about how strong he is. Tien
has flash, will have to use it. Call of the Forge gun used now, and Bin gets onto the flank. Hostile takeover to try and set up, but the damage isn't there. Bin the one sent packing instead as Cream looks for a little bit more and finds it onto Shun. No casualties, but Top Esports gain control.
Yeah, and Elk loses flash. It's really, really bad. That's
the combo coming on in. Cream found and will be taken down, but it's in trade for Knight. No, dashes back in the last second. Still taken down somehow. The auto followed him and on fell with him. Suddenly, Baron spawning in 20 seconds. Top Esports pings on towards the Drake from the side of BLG, but he's not up for another 40 seconds.
Yeah, so what BLG will want to do is get some control over bot side. They know the Baron's going over. Knight also can't get back to his safety. It does mean that both of him and On go down.
Kind of look like Knight betrayed On in the replay there.
Yeah.
As Top Esports will secure themselves
has
straight.
Been gifted to him this game, needs to do the damage.
If they want to turn back time, they don't need a Knight, they need a Doctor. Let's see if his screwdriver is sonic enough. Bin behind enemy lines, and Jackie Love caught. The combo is gorgeous, and they find Tien as well. Bin setting up to deny the rest of the team away. Into the hostile takeover is enough! It's 369 that takes down his jungler, and now BLG chase for more. Turn back time, they absolutely have. The 80s hit is coming back to life once more, and Mako will fall to make it 4. BLG find a miracle.
Somehow, someway, BLG has the last Baron buff to try and wave clear. It's not going to be enough to save this turret. BLG will at least take something. They don't sadly take an inhib. It's not going to be the hugest.
Here, BLG only 3 on the scene. Knight moved over towards the wave. Needs to rejoin his squad. Bin not on a flank for the time being. Needs to get over there. In the meantime, Tien trying to get onto Shun, who's zoning them away. Neither jungler actually on the Drake for the time being. 6k on the Dragon. Tien isn't in the pit, and the spike comes down. That's Martin Soul for BLG, but can they find the fight as well? Cream forced to use his ult, but Knight just dips back out as Mako escapes on the front line. Bin walks away with his life. How has nobody gone down? BLG get a soul.
They'll feel a lot better about going towards this, and they'll rush it down quickly.
Knight immediately jumps over the wall and gets a tag onto Jacula. Bin behind enemy lines. BLG could try and look for an ace. They need to deny these Baron buffs. Top Esports retreating on the top side as Tien caught in the pit here, but they turn onto Bin. Bin forced away towards the rest of his team. He can't get a flank on the Croc, but maybe they can go mid, but there's no minions. The minions are in their own base. In the game, we're not sure which one. Whether TP will come back up or if the ward will time out first. Guess only time will tell. Top Esports though with Baron, and with a range advantage as well. Wait, never mind the siege, they're just going to go for kills instead. On under the tower, and he survives the shield at the last second. The shot blast is too short. How the hell has he got out of that one?
3 mounted dragons, a mounted soul, and you put it all in order.
Again, scaling advantage you'd have to assume goes to Top Esports with this composition.
Very long range at this point, and all the extra stats will very much help. BLG potentially looking for the flank. Bin, again, hovering in the wings, wants to try and find his way onto the back line.
I love this from Top Esports though, just use the center range, you don't have to commit to. They've got range, BLG have to find something special here. Elder will reset, Tien goes for his ultimate, but before the fight can even begin, it's over. Shun kicked out, Bin gets into the back line, but it's too little and it's too late. Knight gets a shield, Bin alone as the rest of the carries try and get in. Knight dives into the mix, but he can't get it done, and Elk is alone in the woods and hunted by the crossbow of Top Esports. That is game 1. Top Esports reigns supreme.
Top Esports send BLG into the Ice Locker off the back of a perfect Sejuani ultimate. The fight was over before it began. The game was so back and forth, but Top Esports proving they are here to fight for it.
The fact that BLG held on this long with his composition is impressive, but Top Esports...
And it will once again be that Jace 4-3-6-9 trying to play out again another snowballing carry versus carry matchup in that top side. BLG
really like in 1v9 form, because that's just the expectation after all these years. That's on having to flash very early on into the lane, just going way too deep on the tower. Elk actually dashes forward, the ignite denied by Jaculov, and Mako survives. In the meantime, Bin's just got a solo kill on 369.
You get more XP for the solo kill, so Bin actually gets a slight advantage there too. I don't think it's going to lead to that much, and indeed it hasn't really in terms of those XP bars. 369 though, a flashless Jace is not a happy Jace.
And Bin is on the wrong side. He's also flashless. The E not going to get him out to safety. And Tien picks up a nice freebie on the top side.
What to do is cancel out that ward hop with the cube. Doesn't quite win that mind game. Tien ends up getting out to safety. Tien has occasionally played fast and loose with walking into enemy-controlled sides of the jungle, just try to see if he can kind of greed his way into it. He's just eating a shock blast.
Big damage from 369 as Bin goes in. 369 calls his bluff and brings him down. That was gorgeous.
That's a 999 for me up in that top side. 369 gets that shock blast onto Bin through the minion wave, and the cannon goes down. We talked about this top lane matchup being very snowbally once again. Getting a solo kill is massive for Top Esports. BLG trying to get a cross map down here. Mako does have heal from Spellbook. I don't know if that's going to be enough though.
Knock up to start it off. The bomb is on Mako's head. On takes another shot, and he does go down. Mako grabs a kill. Is there any play you can make towards Mako's Ornn that works? To the top side once more. As Tien looks to get behind the tower, flashes to find the king, smites the minion! Oh, Tien! It's vintage, it's 2019 Tien on my screen! And then, in the bot side, Mako manages to find that knock-up, sets up for Ornn, as Knight now moves up to the top lane, 369 in a 1v1 against the Tristana, and he wins it, gets a little knock and forces the flash. As the Sonic Wave comes through from Tien, but Bin is here. Slicing Maelstrom is available. 369 surely can't get out of this one. Can Bin kill them? Wait a second! Okay, one last auto from Bin finishes the job. But a little too excited. You know, a few minutes ago I said Game 2 will probably slow down if you've seen series like this before. Absolutely not! They're going back towards the top side as 369 caught, flashes, but the Roots still going to find their mark, and Bin can follow up for it. Flash to find the knockback, the shield nowhere near enough for 369. In the meantime, Tien has been caught, and Knight will finish the kill. That's a shutdown into the pocket of the mid lane AD carry.
BLG strike hard on the top side once again. What did we say? BLG in a minute. BLG not willing to let this early game go. And now teleport in for 369. He's getting the direst treatment.
I don't know if that was the TP you want to go for right there. 369 gonna go down. This time Elk grabs the kill. And that's a 1-4
Has
chase.
had every member of BLG visit his lane at some point. Has managed to get himself the full first turret in this top side. Jaculov sharing some of the gold, but he's now very far ahead in that top lane matchup compared to where he absolutely should have been.
I feel like 369 stopped DPSing the tower.
Really annoying in some regards. Top Esports, they have been very calm, cool, and collected, and I feel like, unlike, say, in terms of other top teams, I think JDG can sometimes slack off at the early
health bars has been still hiding off to the side, still searching for that flank. The Roots come
teleports.
Through. That's enough to find the Drake. TP out from Bin. They won't be expecting this one. Short range TP to start the fight, but they can't finish up any kills, and instead it's on to fall.
Magnificent! Exhaust to almost nothing for BLG. They do get themselves the dragon. That is the big win. Okay, you know what? Take it back. That is still a big win. But given that they should have maybe a flash from Shun, but I don't even think he had the cooldowns at that point. So Top Esports managed to get their jungle surviving down. Now Jaculov, no flash, no cleanse. He's dead.
Oh my goodness, Top Esports. Unheard of mistakes. They split. They've been playing so immaculately, and yet here in game number 2, a couple of errors across the board. Knight grabs himself a double.
If this had happened, way more value from that dragon, so they have the advantage when it comes to the threat of both of these objectives. Top Esports, there's a teleport ward behind them.
And here
they're retreating into it.
From Bin, Jaculov already chunked and taken down as Cream pushes Bin towards the rest of his team. Tien betrayed by his own mid laner. Mako there to save the day and takes one down, but I don't know if one is enough. 3v3 now as Elk is free firing. Knight gets the resets. 369 will walk away with his life, or will he? Flash unavailable for Knight as Elk looks for a little bit more, dives forward, flashes for it. Knight's W surely up any second now, gets into Tribrush, and 369 will fall. Another for BLG just as Drake comes up. Ocean Soul for the side of BLG. Slow fights are no longer an option for Top Esports.
With the Marco and Leona, it makes their job so easy. Top Esports get caught in the worst possible terrain. They get funneled into a choke point. It's a bit of an awkward ult from Cream. The fight starts again.
Elk takes a chunk. He does have an Ocean Soul though, so not going to survive. He goes 1-for-1 with 369. Has been kicked backwards. Manages to flash out the top side of the place. Jacqueline tries to chase him, but Cream is caught under his own tower here. Knight has to do the damage, dodges the roof, but it's Shun to finish the job, and Knight dips back out the bot side of the play. A 2-for-1 in the end for BLG.
Now, the Ocean Soul means that Bin is a little bit higher HP than he could be. That tower really helping Top Esports get some control in mid lane. They do somehow manage to burst out a couple of members. Bin maybe looking to proc that Ocean Soul again. That healing is really nasty.
It certainly is. Shun flashes for the engage as well as Knight dives over the wall, and Jackie Love is caught. TN next to fall as On will deny the escape. Knight stopping any kind of escape route either. TN will fall, and that will probably be Baron as well. BLG go from win to win.
You ever want an example of how Ocean Soul wins you games? That's it right there. Bin was on like less than 100 HP, regens back up to a point where he can fight and get themselves a fight, which wins them the Baron. They couldn't quite get that the last time Top Esports. They do have a spellbook smite from Mako.
Oh god, Mako gets into the pit and he gets Buster shot out again. That looks funky, and he won't even walk away with his life. Baron and a bonus for BLG. They put a timer on Top Esports with these Drakes, and they've used it excellently.
Fantastic objective play from BLG, and you know what? It is about time we mentioned that Yordle in the room as well. We've been talking a lot of smack about Knight and his Tristana play over this summer. He's currently at 7-0-6, and having the ability to reset and get massive damage across this fight is really what ends up winning across them beyond this point. The Ocean Soul's helping them stay in the fight longer too. Bin, look how little HP he goes down to. One less soldier also brings him below 100 HP just about, but the Ocean Soul means that he's getting back 100 HP per tick, even gets a honey fruit, which means he can influence the back end of this fight as well. Top Esports will still manage to burst a load of people out. Way better than they should have done, given the state in the game, but it's just not enough.
Knight is just so far ahead on this Tristana as well. He's an absolute monster. And this is a scaling pick. This is a hyper carry. 3 items in 25 minutes as the Solar Flare gets a slow across the team. The roots come on in as well. Mako buffers the CC, but he's just not tanky enough at this point in the game. Dashes back towards the rest of his team, and it's not enough damage from BLG. Shun almost went down as well, but again, that Ocean Soul means he can just stick around anyway.
Cream is just split pushing right now. He says, okay, let's not try and fight against the Ocean Soul. We don't want to wave flare against the Baron. Trying to trade inhib for inhib. It is a 6 grub. Nash's Tooth is here, so he'll make short work of them. At least get something on the board, but he's not really able to stay and get the inhib, sadly.
He doesn't have TP either, so this could be 2 inhib towers taken by BLG.
Top Esports right now.
TN on that Lee Sin needs to find his moment, tries to dive in, but On just stuns him up and just has to dash straight on back towards the rest of his team. Bin is TPing once again behind enemy lines. This time he finds the slicing maelstrom that will turn the game in his favor. Cream found as a bonus for BLG, and the Ocean Soul means they can keep on charging forwards. Baron onto the minion wave as it enters under the Nexus towers. Mako forced away by the bomb from Knight as well. A snipe from Elk onto Jackie Love, and Mako barely makes it to Fountain. But I'm not even sure Fountain can save Top Esports now. BLG, what a dominant game number 2, 20-10 on the scoreboard as they show up and make sure Top Esports know this won't be a freebie. They will not go easily. And they find themselves game 2. Mako forced back onto the fountain. This is straight up bullying as BLG finish out game 2.
You do need to get a certain amount of gold. Shun's Kindred in game 3 it has been banned away so much. He is one of the best at this champion within the LPL. It does leave On as the
this final game of the series, game 3 on your screens. Let's decide this series once and for all. Jackie Love flashes. Ignite is there as well. I wanted to let the Gyos ring, but Jackie Love will not allow that to happen. Elk now gets
Elk's already
knocked up, but
flashed.
he's already flashed into the play. Oh no, it's a disaster. Top Esports flipped the invade back on his head. Oh no, Knight sneaking in towards the enemy jungle. Can he find a way to recall? I think he has. He'll get back to back. No, that's his TP.
He's now skipping over to the other side of the map. Very good at bullying out tank junglers on that side. 369.
Nice
Skipped
movement
over.
from Bin, flashed on though by 369, who wants to try and find a kill. Mark comes through from Shun. 369 is not going to survive this one, and they even wait for the mark to come in. I believe Shun just grabbed his first mark of the game.
The portrait, get yourself some damage onto tower as well. On doesn't have the demolish, but will still be here for the extra Q reset. And maybe even now, On can try and go walk beyond the tower. They have to call the teleport because Renekton can't get there.
Mako moves up. I don't know if 369 can get here in time. I think Bin is going to be able to get the damage out. Shun arrives as well. The Mountain Dread does so much damage, and an Ignite from On is enough to finish the job. 369 finally hits level 5. He's still a full level down. In fact, a level and a half down versus Bin, as he misses yet more CS. At least he's going to try and protect that Gromp, losing a lot of CS to the tower, but so is 369, and I think BLG will be quite happy with that trade.
On's coming down as well, and remember, you still have the Weaver Squall, and here we go!
From On as Jackie up the target, but no, Tien flicked back. Solo and HP surely goes down. Elk has just walked into the top esports ranks. He's pretending to be on the other team and rails down Mako. Jackie next on the chopping block. Flash forced by Elk, but the root will be enough to dissuade the follow-up.
Yeah, there's an Elk there, so really hard for him to play this out, and should still open on the map.
Cream, no flash. That is a nice Emperor's Divide, though. Pulls him, I was going to say to safety. That doesn't look very safe to me. Shun, no, Knight will finish that kill. But Shun did not have the mark on the Azir, so still only on the 3 stacks. 369, though, takes yet another chunk. His dominance is on cooldown, has been used that slicing Maelstrom. But again, just this top lane, it's not getting any easier.
It gets much worse when you build up that Leandries, and that's going to be a sad thing. So Knight gets the combo. Jackulov in danger, no summoners.
Oh my god, Knight just solo kills Jackulov. He remembers his time on top esports, and Jackulov, unfortunately, wishes it was still Force. I'm kind of amazed that that tower is still there in the top side for BLG. Will finally knock it over as Elk tries to steal a big chicken. BLG won't let anything go the way of top esports.
Gets himself a Kraken Slayer, and he'll get himself. I don't even know if he's going towards what a second item will be. He could go towards a Bloodthirster with the Moss Stomper Overshield if he really wants to. They might also go towards mid lane and kill Mako.
Mako gets the charge, has the Bellows Breath as well, and just walks his way out of that one. Didn't even have to use W in the end, but it will be a tier 1 in the Play 4 series that they have, so I don't think they'll be putting themselves quite in first place to start off with, as anyone's Legend are already 3-0, and this is BLG's first series. However, in terms of form, they're looking like it. Tien, not quite in that solar flare, so we'll walk away with this live. Knight hops aboard the Herald, and
yeah, that's not the right choice.
His mind.
Yeah, we have seen
Zag as well. He's 1 point away from his next breaking point. And guess what? Drake's coming up in 20 seconds. BLG
teleport cannon.
Maximum control as the solar flare goes a little bit wide. Double TP behind enemy lines though. And Bin finds 2, immediately eradicates the health bars, and BLG just wiped top esports off the face of mid lane.
Top esports have been pushed out of their own jungle so heavily that they can't spot the teleport coming in. BLG will take another turret. They have 6 grubs. They destroy these like they're made out of paper mache. You have Cream on the top side trying to get some objective bounties. Knight is feeling it so much. It's been a while since he's built this up. You can't build up the Tristana. The Medjai's back. Here's an avid reader and absolutely off to the races with 10 stacks on that already.
Shun starts to get damage onto Tien as well. Drake up. Surely top esports can't actually fight for this one. I mean, respawns are starting to come through. Mako has TP and is immediately going to channel that one. It looks like top esports want to contest the Drake, and actually BLG are going to respect it. Fair play. Top esports do manage to muscle their way in.
Yeah, there are less of those ultimates for BLG. No flash, no ult for Bin. Knight doesn't have his ultimate to change the terrain. And of course, no solar flare too for On, alongside no flash for him. So yeah, even though they are very far ahead and they have some fantastic items built up to match them, I think he's done an okay job in this third game to at least get some kind of push. But if he overstays, he is very, very squishy.
Oh, 369 He doesn't
Like
know.
this.
He lacks critical information. Knight arrives. The stun is there. The follow-up followed up from Knight. Fantastic little pick in the bottom side from both solo lanes. TP's available, so Top Esports can't even make a play towards the Baron. Follow the Forge got dodged by Elk. And now BLG can continue to pressure in the top side while Bin pushes down bot.
That was a nice teleport from Knight as well, just trying to come out of the fog of war, get an unexpected combo. Doesn't quite catch the jungler, as you rightfully said. Bin's going to start pushing this one and threaten that rank teleport. That's where those wards that were placed earlier are going to come in. Top Esports fighting in a 4v5.
So the tower just continues to get sieged upon. Bin has 6 grubs to work with as well, remember, so he makes short work of the tier 2 in the bot side. That's 700 more gold.
Yeah, they're just waiting for BLG to slip up themselves.
Yeah.
They need to be so disciplined. It is so hard to play this, and they're already giving over objectives like this dragon.
Bin is being real cheeky with it. Slicing Maelstrom is available. Okay, he gets spotted, but here comes Knight, and suddenly Cream finds himself alone. Cream thought he was supporting his jungler. Little did he know he was the one out of position. And now 369 gets TP'd on. Dominus immediately comes through, but Bin just kites it out. He just steals the minion wave away.
Jackie's here.
Jackulov is here. Bin immediately pops the slicing Maelstrom, but not tanky enough on the Ken. And 369 gets a bit of revenge for the laning phase, but On is not going to let that one go unpunished. There goes the spell shield. Here come the stuns. Shun diving into the mix as Elk will finish it off. No, Shun snags another.
It all starts at Top Esports, not realizing that their own jungle isn't theirs anymore. BLG have the writ of ownership for that one, and Top Esports, they're trying to walk up again, but they just can't fight back. They're getting pushed out.
Echo slowed, Mounting Dread forced to flash. They won't chase for more as TP comes in. Top Esports get a chance to punish. 3-man call of the Forge God. Cream is here with the DPS on the front line, but he's so damn tanky. They can't quite finish these kills. 369 surviving is out, chased by Cream. The health bar's low, but a disaster for Tez. Nobody falls.
But they do manage to stop BLG taking the Baron. They do manage to get themselves a lot of HP bars down as well. I think that went a lot better than it could have done for them. I was expecting someone to die from Top Esports, but they have given up topside. There is no vision. You're absolutely right. They stopped them the first time. They won't be able to stop them now.
Did they know? I'm not sure they were aware that BLG just immediately run towards the Baron, and now Top Esports have to try and deny it. True Shot Barrage dodge, but Jackulov knocked back in, and Bin sets up for more. Tien slowed under the tower. Cream tries to move to his jungle's savior, but he just can't get in there. BLG find 3 and go back to the Purple Worm again.
Oh, Top Esports, they haven't won versus BLG in 2 years, since the summer of 22, and BLG are determined to keep that record in their favor. Cream has flash, has ult, he is the last hope.
Cream and 369, we've seen Knight and 369 do this before, but can the new Top Esports mid laner make it happen himself? 369 dives in and just dies immediately. Cream in a 1v5, he dives in, he tries to make magic, but all he finds is the dark arts against him. It's Knight with a double.
Yeah, I thought that Knights were only meant to move in Ls rather than hand out Ls in this case. He's learning a little bit from the chess piece in that sense, keeping going forwards. No center makes it harder to mount a team fight. 6 grubs and all that range from Shun makes it so hard to defend anything.
Cream goes for an ultimate, but they're just going to go for a dive in the mid lane. Shun with a Lamb's Respite means nobody goes down on the side of BLG. Tien trying to get into the mix. Shun will go down, but the slicing Maelstrom is there behind them from Bin. And it just tears Top Esports to pieces, electrocuted where they stand. And now the Nexus laid bare by BLG. It was a close game 1, it was a less close game 2, and it was a massacre in game number 3. BLG going from strength to strength, warming up as the series went on, and showing why they are the reigning champions and why Top Esports still haven't beaten them in
These were some of the best highlights from the Rumble stage of LPL Summer 2024 matchup between BLG and Top Esports. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.